A webinar on machine learning, deep learning, hands-on experiments. RDBS Geeta Deep Enterprises. In association with Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, Ichokaranji. Sponsored by Institution of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers.
Welcome to MLDL webinar day 7 session. Yesterday we have seen discussion regarding recurrent neural networks, convolutional neural networks. In recurrent neural networks we have also discussed regarding LSTM and GRU type of networks. Also the configurations, how those are responsible in applications point of view we have considered. Well, today we are going to perform some experimentation using LSTM and GRU. So let's check how LSTMs can also be used for image processing applications for classification purpose.
So let's start with the LSTM RNNs or GRU RNNs experiment. For that, import TensorFlow as TF. Next to that, from TensorFlow dot keras dot models import sequential. Next to that, from TensorFlow dot keras dot layers import dense, then dropout and LSTM. Next to that, MNIST equal to tf dot keras dot datasets dot MNIST. So this can be the method, or simply you can go for importing. Both ways you can use, as like earlier we have used. Then loading the data into xtrain, ytrain, xtest, ytest, similar to our previous experiment. Well, these LSTM or GRU model configurations and running are very simple compared to CNNs. So you can understand compared with previous experiments that how fast these are going to get configured. And also these models are less complex, and that's why on a computer while running you will also observe the difference in processing speed, processing time. Earlier one of the participants have reported that their model for VGG16 or simple MNIST dataset consumed around 1 hour time of training. So here minimum to maximum if you compare, then almost you will get a difference up to 10% of the time of to that CNN. So we are configuring model. So we have included sequential, and then we are going to add LSTM layer with respect to input shape and activation function rectifier linear unit ReLU. All the sequences are to be returned, so we are setting this property to true. Next to that, whatever output we get, we have to add one dropout layer here. Dropout layer is always used to forget something from whatever has been trained. So overfitting scenarios are avoided using dropout layers. Next to that, one more LSTM layer we are adding along with rectifier linear unit as an activation function, ReLU. Next to that, again we are going to drop out some part. Next to that, model.add dense layer. Here it is going to act as a fully connected layer with again having activation function ReLU. So again we will drop out something from here also. By changing these dropout values, you can also check the accuracy provided by particular model, based on to which approximated values are set. Make sure that you are modifying one value at a time. Modifying multiple values will not be or little ambiguous to conclude that which dropout played important role. So finally we get dense layer with 10 outputs and activation softmax. Next to that, optimizer we have to define. Earlier we had used simply one string of Adam to define optimizers. So in depth, if you want to define optimization process in learning rate and mu as a decaying step, then you can define LR as a 0.001 and decay as 1 into 10 raised to minus 6 value. Well, decay cannot lead to 0 finally in practice. So we have defined it almost minimum possible value. Next to that, while compilation we provide a loss model. So we are going to use sparse categorical cross entropy. Then optimizer OPT that we have defined in previous statement. One more thing, 0.001 is the almost learning rate considered by most of the researchers. You can increase it by 0.01 or 0.1 also, but as learning rate step is very small, it will learn more and accuracy will be more, but processing complexity will be high. So it will take much longer time as learning rate step goes on increasing. So let us save this as LSTM trial.py. Next to that, first of all, let us print the model that we have configured using model.summary command. Let's run it using command prompt. This file. Is now run python lstm trial.py. Well, there are little spelling mistakes while typing. Well, this problem is just because we are using Notepad editor. If we go to Ubuntu and if we use gedit editor, or simply if we go for Jupyter Notebook, all the keywords imported models will have particular color. So while typing sequential, if it is typo error, you will immediately come to know that you have to change it when you are using particular IDE, because keywords and statements are defined by particular color and you can easily identify them. This is the only drawback of Notepad. Compile spelling again. Yes, finally we get model printed in which LSTM is acting as an input layer. Again, LSTM is embedded inside a model after first input layer, and then dense layer, and then output dense layer. So now let us train the model using fit command. So for fit we are going to feed input xtrain, ytrain. Number of epochs we will set it to 3, or even you can set it to 1 also. Then validation data x test, y test. So this can be alternative method to our previous methods. Earlier we had gone for training first and then testing, and from which we obtained score. Or otherwise you can also use such a kind of a command. So once the training is done, immediately it will go for validation using test data. Let's set epochs to 1 because we are going to handle 60,000 images. Yes, as you can see, ETA time is not more than 3 minutes. Earlier it was showing 10 to 15 minutes for CNN models. So you can simply observe the difference between the two types of models, as these models are focusing on less number of features, less complex compared to CNN. Also, depending on the application of image processing, if accuracy is sufficient up to the level that you want, then LSTMs can also be used. It is not mandatory that CNNs are to be only used for image processing. LSTM cannot. This is not the thumb rule defined. LSTM can also be used for image processing, or in reverse, CNNs can also be used in text processing, text data, but it will require a lot of pre-processing for the text to make it even in terms of shapes and dimensions, because text data cannot have similar shape all the time. But as in image, that difficulty is less for reshaping the contents. I'm running this entire 60,000 images epoch 1 iteration just to observe the accuracy of LSTM. So it will not take much time, that's why I'm waiting here. So let us see final validation accuracy of LSTM. Once training is finished, immediately it will get to validation process. Yes, so this way the process of training and validation is over. Validation loss, you can observe that it is a 0.14 and accuracy is a 0.95. So 95% accuracy we have got using LSTM, whereas training accuracy is up to 80% only. So this way we have evaluated validation and training combinedly. So let's copy and paste entire code into a new file, and let us form the network using GRU. So wherever there are 3 places only in the code where you have to replace LSTM by GRU. Save the code by using GRU trial.py and rerun it. Yes, these are the three places. We have to run this GRU trial. Yes, training has started. Here you can check GRU layer as an input layer, and output of this input layer is again given to GRU second layer. Just like LSTM, we have configured this network, but simply LSTM is replaced by GRU. Again, here estimated time analysis shows less than 3 minutes of time. So it's almost 1 minute process to observe that how accuracy is going to be for this type of network. Let us wait only for 25 seconds more to see the result. Well, this is execution done on CPU, so you can understand on GPU it will not take this much time also. Within the 5 to 10 seconds it will print the results. So here we get validation loss and 0.96. So it was 0.95 in case of LSTM. Here it is a 0.96 for GRU. So now let's again copy this entire thing and paste into new file. So we will call GRU and LSTM in one file. Let's save it as mixing LSTM GRU .py. So first GRU layer we will replace it by LSTM. So input layer will be LSTM, the output of which will be given to GRU directly. Let's run mixing file. Yes, LSTM is the input layer, GRU is the in-between layer. It is taking a little extra time to start the training. So let it start. Let us form another model mixing GRU to LSTM. So here .py. So here we are going to make input layer as GRU, the output of which will be given to LSTM. Simply reverse to the earlier model. Save it. Well, this earlier model is running, the result of which you can observe on your machines. So I am interrupting here, and let's run mixing GRU to LSTM, second file. Yes, here GRU is the input, the output of which is given to LSTM. Yes, both the models run. So this is kind of a mixing strategy when used in multiple types of application scenarios. Well, depending on the accuracy of combinations, this strategy is defined. So simply alone LSTM, simply GRU, or LSTM plus GRU, or GRU plus LSTM can be considered. Or otherwise, again you can increase the number of layers if again accuracy gets boosted. So LSTM, LSTM, LSTM and LSTM, all the 4 layers of LSTM, or all the 4 layers of GRU, or LSTM plus GRU plus LSTM plus GRU, this kind of combination, or GRU plus LSTM plus GRU plus LSTM.
So we have seen how to write a code for configuring LSTM based network model for classifying immunized dataset. Also, we have seen GRU based network model configuration. Next to that, we have seen LSTM and GRU combinations, and what are the other possibilities of combinations we have also seen. So this way, RNNs are being used in cross-platform applications, because RNNs are mostly considered for text data applications, but those can also be considered for classifying the data, as we have experimented today. Well, you might have observed the large or huge difference in training process and actually getting the output. Well, that the difference is not only in terms of accuracy, but also in terms of processing time of the network model. So here we complete our today's session. Thank you.